Hello everyone, welcome to Primary Scratch Junior Challenge number 4. I am Mr. Janky, and today we are going to learn how to create your own sprites in Scratch Junior. So here I am on the basic homepage, and we've got Scratchy, who is right here on our stage. But I want to create my own sprite today. So there are 8 steps into creating your own sprite. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over and click on the plus sign, which is the spot where I would normally add a sprite if I wanted to add a second sprite to my work. So I'm going to click on that, and it brings up this page right here. On this page, I'm going to go to the top and click on the paintbrush. This now brings me to a page where I can draw and color, or if I have a different sprite, I can paint. So in this case, when I'm making my sprite, I've decided to make it round. So if I come over here to the side, I'm going to choose the round option, and then I can decide how thick I want my line. I'm just going to leave the line how it is. And then with my finger on the space, I'm going to create a circle. So here I am, I'm making my circle. I'm going to make it a good size because I don't want it to be too small. And there is my circle. So now that I've got my circle, I am now going to come over and I'm going to click on the camera, which is right here. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. And after I click on the camera, I'm now going to press on the circle. And notice what it's done now as I move my iPad around. Well, we don't really want to see me. What it's done is, as I move my iPad around, you can see the room that I'm in. And I happen to have this nice stuffed animal. It's a seal. I'm going to turn him around so you can just see a little bit more of his body. There's his feet. But anyhow, I want to make a sprite out of this seal. So what I do is I line up with my iPad. I'm going to try to fill the circle as much as I can with his face. And down in the bottom, you can see down in this spot, there's a camera. So when I get him lined up the way I want him, I might lose a little bit of his ears, but that's okay. And I press the camera, and it takes a picture. So that is going to be my new sprite. If I then come back up to the top, up here where it says character, I'm going to call him, I click on it, and I'm going to type seal, S-E-A-L. When I'm done with that, I click on the check mark to say, yes, I like my seal, I want to keep my seal. And ta-da, my seal is now a new sprite on my page. Now, you can see that my seal is a little bit small. I want to make him a little bit larger. So one way I can do that is come down to my purple blocks. And, well, there's actually a few ways I can do it, but this is the way I like to do it. I'm going to bring down this block right here, which shows getting larger. And if you see, I'm still clicked on the seal, and you can tell that because it's orange around where it says seal, and there's this picture. Notice down at the bottom, it only shows the circle. It doesn't show the seal, but that's okay. I know I'm on the seal. And if I just press on that puzzle piece, I can make him larger to the size that I want him to be. And there he is. I can now get rid of this block. I've now got my seal. I've got Scratchy. And then if I want to add a background, as we know, I can go up to the top, click on the picture up here, and maybe I have the seal and I have Scratchy somewhere in a frozen place up north. I click on the check mark, and I've now got my seal, and I've got Scratchy. I've got my 2 sprites on my page. And the seal will now act just like any other sprite. So if I want my seal to move across the page, all I have to do is come down to my blocks. I'm going to use the begin when I click the green flag. And then maybe I want him to move forward 8. And then I want him to jump. Remember, this is not how many times he's going to jump it out high. I'm going to make it 7. And so now if I run my code, he moves forward and he jumps just like any other sprite would. So those are the 8 steps in making a sprite. Just to show you really quickly once again, if I click on the plus here, I want to make another sprite. So first I click on the plus, I then click on the paintbrush at the top. From that, I need to draw a shape. This one I'm going to make a square. Okay. From that, I can now click on the camera and I click on the shape. It brings up my camera again. I'm going to take a picture of the phone because there's a phone right here. So the phone's going to be my sprite because I might need a phone for some reason. There's my phone. Up at the top, I rename it phone. I hit the check mark up at the top, and I have a new sprite. That's really all there is to it. This is going to be part 1 of challenge number 4. So the first part is to create a new sprite, and then the second part is to do something with your sprite.